To keep up with the newest music, interviews, fashion, and entertainment, make sure you tune in to The Padded Room every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on rollingout.com.
And you're tuned into The Padded Room on rollingout.com. Thank you to all the viewers that tuned in today for the first show. And you know, my first show is definitely going to be about producers on our segment today. I'm happy that y'all actually tuned in. Y'all going to be on this show. Y'all going to be starting to see a lot of influencers. Y'all going to see some models. Y'all going to see some artists. You're going to see some entrepreneurs. And once again, I really appreciate y'all tuning into the show because it's going to be so crazy. So right now, I'm going to get right into my first guest. Obviously, y'all see him on social media right now because he's going to take us up a little bit more than what we need to be up right now. But you can introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, yeah, boy. You already know what time it is, man. Drumma boy, D-boy fresh, man. It's good.
So listen, right, first of all, I was getting critiqued on how to say, hey, boy, before you even walked in here. Shout out to the producers of the show and stuff like that. They were trying to make sure that I get that the right way. How do you actually say it? Like, is it, how do you spell it, first of all? How do you spell A, boy?
A-Y-E.
Uh-huh.
And then Y-E-A-H-H-H. And then
3 H's, okay.
And then B-O-Y-Y-Y.
With ETC on it, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so listen, man, we definitely appreciate you coming by to the show today. So we definitely wanted to get into like the history of who Drumma Boy is. If you can, just give us a little bit of how you got started as a producer from like, you know, University of Memphis, that type of stuff like that. Take us to that part.
Yeah, for me, coming up in Memphis, like even before the college level, like I was making placements in high school.
Right.
So when I was starting varsity basketball in like 9th grade, the coach was like, why don't you play some of your beats? He knew I made beats. Everybody kind of knew I was making beats just because of these bass tapes. So the coach was like, why don't you play some of your beats during the warm-ups? You see what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I'll bring some beats up here. Started playing beats during the warm-ups. And that was really when I started seeing, like, learning about seeing choreography and seeing girls putting together dance patterns and cheerleaders, like, stepping to different beats that I would make and whatnot. You know what I mean? And throughout all of the high school systems, anybody who played us, they kind of got familiar with Drumma Boy just because of the warm-ups. You know what I mean? And then from that, I bumped into Gotti, I bumped into Ball and G, I bumped into Player Fly, a lot of cats just in the mall, or cats who came through Cordova, going through games, Gangsta Booze, the whole nine, and was producing for all of them. So by the time I got to college, you know, I was sneaking off to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Doing production for Pastor Troy, Young Jeezy, you know, and things of that nature, Jody Breeze. You know what I mean? So really getting into the production, man, is all because of Big Bro. I have to like always mention Insane Wayne. Like that was what really merged me to making beats, because he was making beats. Jazzy Faye making beats, Carlos Brody, Slice T, all the legendary producers from Memphis, Paragon, all of them was making beats. So
and you're at what age?
When I'm seeing them doing it, it was like 12, 10 through 13 was just like a fly on the wall. Just watching Big Bro. You know what I mean? And then my mama got me my first keyboard because I got into a lot of trouble. I almost like killed somebody with a clarinet case. And my mom was like, she moved me to Cordova.
That's when you know you into music. He almost killed somebody with a clarinet case.
Yeah.
Make sure you...
Because it ain't really cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas will try you out. He play clarinet. He ain't about that life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where that D-boy side, that's where that survival and nothing come from. Anybody growing up in Memphis, you gotta learn how to survive, period, point blank. And once you set the trend that you not to be fucked with, ain't nobody finna fuck with you. You know what I mean? So for me, it was always about earning respect, you know what I mean? And I take an ass whooping from my daddy, but I'm not finna take no ass whooping from no nigga.
So then at 14, they said that you actually produced your first entire album at 14 years old. Yeah. How does someone even mastermind something like that at the age of 14? Like that's huge. I don't even think that it's kids right now, the way that music is, you can do it, but I just don't think that like at that time and point they can actually go through the process to put that together. Like 14 years old, I produced a whole album.
Yeah, I produced this group called Trill, Treal, and they was from Bartlett, like suburbs, outskirts of Bartlett. It was even past Bartlett, way the fuck up Somerville,
right?
Somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And my boy Arthur Sidney plugged me with them. He was always like, man, I got this group. They was all like 18, 19. I was the only cat who was making beats, and I was like, shit, I'm a fuck with y'all. I got it. And see me, I love practice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like practice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cats like Allen Iverson, anybody who joke about practice to me,
right,
I kind of just lose respect for you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you look at the results. He has no rings.
Right.
If you want the MVP, that's cool. Go to the chip a couple times, that's cool. But look at the Kobe's, look at the Michael Jordans, look at the LeBron James, look at Steph Curry. A guy who didn't have what LeBron had, you know, as far as genetics or just jumping ability, being able to dunk on any and everybody or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, or just the greatest shot in life like a Kobe, or, you know what I mean? And he practiced.
Right.
He started dribbling with tennis balls. He dribbling with the eye blinders, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I can to make my game better. You see what I'm saying? And working with the bottom of the bottom is what made me able to work with the top of the top. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And coming from nothing, if you can turn nothing into something, that's the formula.
So let the world know also about like with your dad, like how he betted you about, because you know you made 20K, because I remember you telling me the story also
100K.
about 100K that you had to make 100K. Your dad wanted you to make $100,000 and produce it, and then this is what you can do. He would ride with you if you can do this.
Yeah, that was like to go into the college era, like probably by my sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting 20 bands and 15 bands for a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my freshman year in high school, Pastor Troy paid me $8,000 for 2 beats. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I'm over here with it. Like I'm already in my career. I'm already in my business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't really need school, but I'm a hold on to this just for the relationship, the people I know, and I'm gonna get Drumma Boy the name as big as I can before my pop even knew about this shit. Cause I know he gonna want to box and fight and scrap and yeah, we can get it on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So by the time he found out, of course he was like, man, where you at? I was in Atlanta. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Where you at? Pull up.
Right.
Took me about 7 miles. You know what I'm saying? But I pulled up. You know what I mean? Like, what's up? And we sat down. We talked like man to man.
Right.
And I had about $10,000 in my pocket. He was like, man, what you doing? I just found out you got kicked out of school due to non-attendance. You know what I'm saying? He saw me flunking physical education, you know what I mean, and basketball. Like these are things I love to do.
Right.
I'm getting money.
Right.
So you know what I mean, history, math, man, all the other classes I'm doing better than I was doing even in phys ed, because I figured that was the first class that I could skip without really. I can make up on that. I can take physical education. That ain't shit. You know what I mean? Who the fuck needs that? I'm making 20 bands. Do it look like I need physical education, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, fuck that shit for real. And they sent me a letter in the mail saying you're kicked out of school due to non-attendance for 6 months. Right. So I had a 6-month grace period where I didn't even have to go to school. I'm kicked out. Right. So I'm getting to the money. You know what I'm saying? 4 months in that period, my father found out. It took him 4 months, but he cool with the dean of the university. My dad a professor at the University of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So it's an embarrassment to him. Right. Because, okay, he teaches at the university. Oh, your son, have you heard that your son is kicked out due to nothing? You know what I mean? All that bullshit. And I didn't really look at it like that. Right. I'm just looking at it like, I'm getting my money, nigga. I'm Drumma Boy, nigga. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You see what I'm saying? And I pulled out 10,000. Like, man, nigga, you don't even know who I am, man. Everybody know me as Drumma Boy.
So you telling your dad this?
I'm telling my dad this. I'm like, you know me as Christopher James, nigga. I'm Drumma Boy, nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I pull out 10,000. He was like, man, you can't buy your mom the house you want. Right. You ain't got no line of credit. You can't go buy the car you want. Right. You can't da-da-da-da. He just shooting me down. He's like, I bet you ain't got no debit card. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody robbed you right now, what you gonna do? How you gonna bounce back? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right. But when he told me I wasn't gonna be shit, like, you ain't gonna do nothing making this music. You ain't gonna do nothing making no beat. What you trying to be like your brother? What you trying to do? Right. You know what I'm saying? So he just was always on some little slick, little, you know, hating shit. And bro, I'm just, you know, your pop tell you ain't gonna be shit. It's just tears coming out my eye cause I'm so motherfucking mad. Like, nigga, you got me fucked up.
Right.
I'm Drumma, boy, nigga. I'm the biggest thing popping coming out the
Right.
motherfucking city, nigga.
Right.
And that was the fuel to the fire, nigga. After that, nigga, I went in, white girl, shawty, I'ma do me, money to blow. What's in my pocket, dog? Big face hunters. And I took that, man. He said, man, since you such a big bad wolf, show me 100,000 in a bank account. I'm gonna give you 12 months. If you don't goddamn show me 100,000, I'm gonna beat your ass with no gloves, cause he like to box.
Right.
So he said, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, no gloves. We
Right.
gonna fight.
Right.
I like, nigga, the fuck, that's it? That's your bet?
Right.
Man, nigga, I came back 10 months with 150 in that motherfucker. And he started laughing just like that. We've been best friends ever since. Like, it took some shit like that for him to get it. Like, damn, you really serious about this shit. Now he called me, I'm riding around, I'm getting it. I'm riding around, I'm getting it. Like he cool or some shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
So with all that being said, and you saying you were sneaking off to Atlanta, tell the world about your first encounter with like Gucci. Like how did that even
The first time I ever met Gucci was in the office of Big Cat Records. I had just came off the road from Memphis. Just got in and I was like, all right, I'm gonna come fuck with you. Before I even stopped, because I was on the way to take my brother something. You know, when I first moved to Atlanta, I was like, I could get my own shit, but I'm finna take my brother with me, because my brother took me with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna get the 3-bedroom crib so my nigga Swizzo and my brother could goddamn come. We had DSP, Drum Squad Productions. So I was like, nigga, I'm not leaving my niggas out and shit. I was on the way to take them something, but I was like, let me stop at Big Cat Records while I'm already in the city, because I got a house way out in Stone Mountain. You know what I mean? So I like, fuck this shit. Let me just stop up here right quick. And I was picking up a check. I had just sold the original Standing Ovation beat. I can tell y'all this now.
Wow.
But I had just sold the original Standing Ovation beat to an artist named Young Sneed at Big Cat Records.
Right.
Young Sneed was the priority at the time.
Right.
I'm picking up a check for him. Big Cat got me and Gucci in the lobby waiting.
Right.
Like we some nobodies or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got me and Gucci in the lobby. So me and Gucci just started playing pool. We had a pool table in the lobby and shit. We started playing pool. He was like, what you do, nigga? I was like, shit, I make beats. He was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm the next rapper. Big thing and motherfucking Big Cat finna sign. I was like, shit, I'm gonna play some of this shit now. Bro, the first fucking song I did with Gucci Mane while we waiting in the office, photo shoot.
Wow.
It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot.
That's a classic.
That's the first fucking song I ever did with Gucci Mane.
Wow. And then, so you know what's so crazy, because you guys like grew like a serious bond, because when I went through your Wikipedia, it's like that's all you see is just like everybody, and then you see Gucci Mane. And I be like, is we gonna go to somebody else, because your Wikipedia is like really extensive, and they only got it to 2016, but 17, 18. It's extensive.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to add to that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's just a blessing to be able to work, and when you really shooting shots, man, the more shots you shoot, the better chance of your switch game. You know what I mean?
So hold that thought. Listen, we're going to go to a quick break on rollingout.com. It's your boy DJ Waffles on checking. You're tuned into the Padded Room. We'll be right back with Drumma Boy Fresh 8. Bow.
This week on the kitchen. Yeah. Kitchen. Yep. Hold up. Tune in. All right. You got trans lead.
I just want to answer what y'all ask me.
You got great. DJ DiBiase.
All right. Yeah.
Hold up. Chef Chrissy.
Yeah. Hold up.
Porcelain Gold.
For the Grammy, yeah, I thought you know. The kitchen got the fix nigga enjoy the show. Alright. Well, that's the show, man. I thank y'all for coming. Then it was Thursday. Next time I hope you join us.
God blessing me often. I'm still up in the apartment. I know they keeping my deposit. I got burn holes in the carpet.
All I know is old. All I know is bold. All I know is stoves. Look inside the door.
Your favorite entertainment source has expanded. Rolling Out, the nation's best source for entertainment and lifestyle information, now has a lineup of web-based shows and podcasts on its newest platform, Rolling Out Live, every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all things related to the spirits industry, with 100 Proof Radio shows to cuisine with Le Kitchen, and inspiration and relationships with Dunamis Women and Lipstick and Cognac. Rolling Out Live is your weekly digital destination. So tune in every Tuesday on rollingout.com and Rolling Out on Facebook. Don't miss it.
And you're back on the Padded Room on rollingout.com. It's your boy DJ Waffles on the check-in, and I told y'all I'm here with Drumma Boy right now. And listen, man, I had to get back to this because we had got cut off, but listen, I just wanted to talk to you because I've known you for a little while, and I just had this list. And I just want to say, if the people actually know that you had songs with, like, all these people, you had Bankroll, Fresh Chief, Keith, Zaytoven, Nicki Minaj, Eastside Jody, Young Dolph, Gangsta Black, Gloss the Boss, Yo Gotti, Wiz Khalifa, Project Pat, Soulja Boy, Future, Jagged Edge, Gangsta Boo, K Michelle, Lex Luger, Waka Flocka, Gucci Man, Lil Twist, Lloyd, Trey Songz, Kevin Gates, Marsha Ambrose, Ms. B, Mr. Mac, Lex Luger, Rick Ross. That's just to name a few. That's not even like, how do you, that's from like 2002 to 2016. And I did my homework, and there was actually 258 collaborations that you've done. That's how many people you've worked with, not including like the 2017s, the 18s, the young MAs, like I didn't even say NBA Young Boy, the big records that you even got now. Like, how do you even keep up with that? Like, can somebody say like you did this record with this person and where were you, and you could probably still remember?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm working on a book, Behind the Hits.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that, and that kind of tells the story of each song that I produced, kind of what I learned from it, what I feel like I could have done better, and the relationships behind it. So I'm excited to release that book. I'm working on that with Tamiko Hope. So that's really gonna be a good part of it. And keeping up with it, I let Wikipedia keep up with.
They speak to Wikipedia because they're not up to date. I got
You
like
can't keep up with me though, so it's like, you know what I mean. It's like you might catch some shit that I did in 2014 just now.
So let me ask you this: the New York Times in 2009, they rated you as one of the top 4 producers to actually move in the culture of Atlanta music. What do you rate yourself at right now? And it's about to be 2019, 10 years later.
I don't rate myself though. I'm not here to rate me. That's what the fans and the people and the newspapers and the outlets can do. Like I'm just here to make music and be great. I'm on the court, so I don't have time to rate myself. You know what I mean? I'm just working as hard as I can. Right now, I'm about building the label, Drum Squad Records, and breaking one of my own artists. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. We got a amazing arsenal of talent. You know
What's some of the people that you're working with right now? For the label
right now, I'm working on
label.
Q Monte LaFleur. I'm working on Kid King in Demand. I'm working on Carlone out of Toledo, Ohio. I'm working on Matthew McQueen out of Austin. I'm working on Scott King out of Brooklyn. I mean, it's so much. I'm working with this artist named K-Dog out of Memphis. I'm super excited about, you know what I mean, and really just completing this compilation that we're working on, as well as, you know, always delivering hits to those guys who are worthy and, you know, come correct.
As for one person, how do you manage all that? I know it has to be a lot of structure, but how do you manage all of that? You making beats for upcoming artists, you have a label, you're in the cryptocurrency, you got a store down the block, like you got so many different ventures. How do you actually maintain that as one person? Because that seems to be like a lot, and I probably didn't even name everything else. You got a clothing line,
man,
so
we
many
got
different
the
things.
House of Fresh, we got the pregame sports bar and grill. We're about to launch and open on Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? It's about multiple revenue stream, and understanding that's what I did pick up from school. Right. That's what I did, like going to school for music business, understanding how to run multiple businesses, as well as making your money work for you. You know what I mean? So my money's doing a lot of the work for me as opposed to me. You know what I mean? Hiring the right people to execute in the fields that we need. You know, you're opening a bar and grill, you need a chef.
Right.
We got the top chefs, okay? We got top management, okay? We got top bartenders, okay? We hire that management company to manage that business. You see what I'm saying? And then it's the clothing line, we got the top tier accounts. You know what I mean? And the relationships to where, okay, why would I just keep getting free clothes and being a free clothing rack when I could sell some of y'all shit too? Don't just send me free shit, send me an account so I can sell y'all shit and help y'all pop out who. You know what I mean? And I stepped to a couple of designers like that. They were like, okay, yeah, we'll give you the account to Champion. We'll give you the account to Fila. But I was like, blah, bam, here we are. House of Fresh. We got a place to sell the product. So it's just about having that drive, you know what I mean, that determination and that mindset, you know what I mean, which is a tunnel vision, and everything that I see in front of me is what I execute.
All right. So, and then also you have another stream of income that you probably already was doing, which is I think is really gonna bring you a check as being an artist, because you just dropped a song not too long ago.
Absolutely.
And what gave you the energy to actually put that together? Because I was actually listening to it today, and it started to go through my mind. Like, what did it take for you to actually get into that studio and make that song that you made, all that?
Live On, I made just strictly for my brother, R.I.P., you know what I'm saying? And I've been an artist, I've been rapping, and it's just coming to the light. Like, you gotta get, every rapper I tell them, man, once you get like 10 to 15 mixtapes under your belt, you start to be known. You know what I mean? You look at Lil Wayne, you look at Dolph, you look at any rapper that's been in the game and really made an impact. And I'm really just on my 6th or 7th mixtape. Like, my first 3 volumes of mixtapes, Welcome to My City 1, 2, 3. I got the Key to the City of Memphis on volume 1. You know what I mean? You saw Yo Gotti, you saw Gangsta Boo, you saw DJ Paul, Juicy J, all the top artists at that particular time on one project.
Right.
And I unified my city through that particular tape. You know, it was a process that I started doing. Welcome to My City. Came back with volume 2 featuring Future, Junior Reed, a lot of different artists, whatnot, and then came with volume 3. And now the birth of D-Boy Fresh. Then I come back with I'm on World Star. Then I come back with Live On. You know, then we come back with XYO. I'm on World Star. Me and Q had a whole World Star Music record label. That song brought for me. Just because I made that song, I rapped on it. I went and put 2 Chainz, went and put Gucci Mane on it. They come and shoot my video. Right. They bring French Montana, Cubana Lust, and all of that. If you notice, I'm on World Star's got French Montana in it. Cubana Lust is in it. I brought my boy Young Buck in it. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because, man, to have World Star say, yo, we gonna put the money up. I ain't spent $1 for that video. We got over 4 million views. People still hit me like, yo, that's still my favorite song from you. Right. You know what I mean? So going into Live On, going into XYO, going into the songs that I'm releasing now, I'm dropping the whole project on an album called Live On. The whole album called Live On, just dedicated to Big Bro. So it's just that's gonna be huge. It's fun for me, you know what I mean?
So you know, Jeezy's about to drop a new album too, and I know that you guys have a great relationship. Are you thinking about, is there any placements that we can look forward to?
Absolutely. I talked to Jeezy yesterday. I talked to Jeezy the day before yesterday. I just sent him. I sent him like 20 tracks so far for TN104, and I believe he's recorded about 5 or 6 of them. You know what I mean? Right. So, you know, it's hard to say exactly what's going to be kept. Right. But we work.
You know, when I spoke to a couple of people here, they just started like little birdies just started calling me and like, oh, ask him this, ask him that. Do you got this on? Because you seem a little secretive sometimes. So I just wanted to know, like, is there anything about like a sports agency you think about getting into, stuff like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, people know I'm a sports guru. You know what I'm saying? People know.
Because we see you just at the Atlanta Braves game. You just be getting customized jerseys. They bring you onto the field. All type of freaky stuff be going on. I'll be like, my boy is laid out. Everywhere you go, the Falcons, the Hawks. Like what's up with us? Let us know just a little bit.
It's a blessing to be able to deliver. And right now I'm producing anthems. I'm producing highlight reels, highlight videos, turn up songs for the crowd. A lot of people know I'm a hype man in a sense as well, and I love moving the crowd.
I want to be in one of your highlight rooms. I just gotta go to the gym like 2 more days, and then you can just put me in it.
No, but this is highlight reels for the Falcons. So for
instance, I am a Falcon.
How many touchdowns you catch last season?
That was bless the hearts of those that pray. I'm gonna be in it. So let me just hold a camera or something like that. I need a job in there somewhere.
We had to figure out you DJ. Why you got to DJ the crowd? That's crazy because we'll put something together, man. The Braves want me to start hyping up batting practice.
Okay.
So like when the batting practice comes out, it's like 5 o'clock before the game starts. Let's say the game starts at 7:25. We out there from 5 to 6 just hyping the crowd up and keeping them woke as they get in their seat. You see what I'm saying? So
I just got another job.
hey man.
So listen, before we get out of here, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Follow me at Drumma Boy Fresh, at Drumma Boy Fresh, DRUMMABOY.
Y'all already know what it is. Make sure y'all stay locked in. We'll be right back on the Pattern Room or RollingOut.com. It's your boy DJ Waffles on check-in. Bye.
What's up, guys? This is Lipstick and Cognac. Starting on Tuesday, you guys will be on RollingOut.com and on our Facebook page, giving you all the tea you need for relationships. Here to help you out, man. Make sure y'all tune in from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Want to watch your favorite talk show, Lipstick and Cognac. Here with that dynamic duo. You don't want to miss Lipstick, Shadio Comics, and just Cognac till like it is personality, man. It's gonna be a great time. Make sure y'all tune in. Tune in on RollingOut.com. This RollingOut.com, and also on Facebook, Rolling Out Facebook, man. It's gonna be a great time. Y'all don't want to miss this. Great laugh, great talks, realness, truth. Man, we ain't really some expert. We know what we talking about. So make sure y'all tune in. RollingOut.com, man. Lipstick and Cognac.
Hey everyone, it is your favorite politician, Representative Erica Thomas, and I'm excited to tell you about the Erica Thomas Show, where we break down news and politics in layman terms where everybody can understand it. We start off the show with hip hop and politics, where we might interview your favorite celebrity and we break down hip hop and let you know that it's the same thing as politics, baby. And also coming up after that, we have Kids and Politics, where we bring on your favorite kid stars and they tell us all about how they feel about politics. And then right after that is the hit list, where we tell you about the fails of the week. Who failed this week in the news and who do we need to know about? It's all happening at 6 o'clock every single Tuesday. I said 6 o'clock every single Tuesday. So you better tune in. You better tune in. You better not miss it. I mean, you better not miss it. The Erica Thomas Show is on.
Y'all already know what it is, and y'all tune right back into the Pattern Room on RollingOut.com. It's your boy DJ Waffles on the check-in, and I'm here with my next special guest. I know we just running it, but we're about to let you introduce who you are, so that everybody can know.
Hey, what's good, everybody? I'm Done Deal on the track. That's me.
See, listen, that's what you guys are like. So you guys are like so modest sometimes. I really just don't get it. Like, how is life treating you actually right now?
Amazing. I can't complain at all. I'm building the studio right now.
Right.
I just got my management situation all the way 100, and blessed.
Tell everybody about your first biggest record that you put out.
My first biggest record was Stoner.
Right.
Went gold within like the first 2-3 months, and then platinum. So
How did you and Young Thug even come up with that record, or was it you just put the beat and you brought it to him and then that was that?
He actually came to my studio. I told him to come through. It was around the time that Gucci had just been like starting to go crazy a little bit, and then I was like, man, just come over here.
Right.
I was working at Hood Rich, and so he came over, and I had the beat. It was already named Stoner, and we just went to work. We knew it was a hit like in the first 10-15 minutes. So.
Wow. So you as you grow as a producer, you've had so many placements. Once again, I looked through your catalog today, and it's probably something that's probably really not there, but you had so many. Let me ask you this: do you really look for hits when you put out records, or do you look for placements? Because I think placements is more like real estate. You see what I'm saying? Even if you get a hit record, yeah, that's cool, but a placement is like something that's just gonna live in that spot, so you'll eat regardless.
Yeah, you always gonna get money off placements. For me, what's more important, I think, is I'd have to say a placement is important. But if you get a hit, you don't need that many placements.
Right. So it takes up for both, right?
Right. If you got 20 songs out and 15 of them are hits, then you're good. But if you got 100 songs out and none of them are hits.
So what about a placement on an album that actually goes platinum?
Still, I mean, it's good, you know. But you're talking about 5, 6 cents, 7 cents. It really doesn't add up. If you want the big money, it's more about getting that the hit. The hit.
So tell us about the Cake record with Trey Songz Trigger album, and you have like the first song on the album, so that's like stream after stream after stream because it's like the first record that you play on that album.
Right, it is. So I went to Trey Songz' house. His album was actually closing up, so I went over to his house and I had this beat in mind for him. I played it for the record label I'm with, which is Atlantic, and I was like, this is it, blah, blah, blah. They were like, I don't know if he's going to like it.
Right.
We don't think so. I was like, watch. And when I went over there, it was the first thing I played, and he was like,
that's the one.
That's the one. I mean, it's good. I can't complain. You get money. You're gonna see good money off of a platinum album, but you see better money off of the hit.
Tell the world your relationship with like the Migos, because I see that you have a lot. You know, you did Hannah Montana. It's a lot of records that you did with them. What's the relationship with them compared to like everybody else that's really in the industry?
They my bros. They fam. My management is with Danny Zook, who is their manager. So we all family.
So how is it working with them apart? Because I know you have big records with them together. How is it working with them as single individuals? Like who finishes first? Like if you say that they had a speed rate, like who you know would probably knock a song out first?
Quavo.
Quavo would be
he's on point. He records himself. He mixes himself. He listens to everything and critiques himself to a T. Offset, same thing. I mean, they all talented. It's hard to put talent on a scale, but who's more of a go-getter? Who wants it more? Quavo.
Wow. So you also have a song with Quavo and Travis Scott. How is it producing for a producer that's about to get on a record that you produced?
You know, you never know with other producers. You never know if they're feeling it or whatever the case is. It's more about the environment that you produce it in. Sometimes you could be playing a beat for somebody and it'd be a smash record, but for them that's not what they're feeling at the time. So they're gonna move on to something else. When you work with him, you gotta kind of mold to what his energy is in the room.
You also have a record with Logic.
Yes.
How is it working with millennials now?
Oh man, you know what? When I went over to Logic's house,
so you like to do the hands-on thing. Like to,
every time. Any session I do, I don't really like to send music.
Right. Okay.
I'm not the email guy. I'm more of I go to their house, or I go to their studio, or they come to me. That's where we get the music from. That's where we get the magic from. sometimes when you send a record, it gets lost in translation.
Right. So how was it working with Logic as a musician?
Oh, he's smart. I gave him the beat. He actually changed some things about it to make it more suited for him. So he co-produced it, and the record ended out, really good.
And now you're actually starting a label, like foreign exchange?
Yeah, so I have two things. One is Foreign Exchange.
Right.
The other one is The Remedy, which is my production label. But I'm also making it into a real label too. So Foreign Exchange is with Dennis Schroeder, who played for the Hawks. Now he plays for Oklahoma.
Okay. Dope. And tell me a little bit about Blueface Bally.
Blueface Bally is somebody that's very talented, and I see a star. So I like to develop.
What made you gamble on him? Because I checked him out, checked his music and stuff like that, and I know the caliber of production that you do. What made you choose him to be like, I know that he could run with the people that's actually out there that I produce with, or that's just in the game right now? What solidified you on that deal? Like, this is what I'm doing.
I think his mindset, for being a 19-year-old, I remember where Thug was when he was 19.
Right.
And it's two different calibers,
Right.
I remember working with Thug, and Thug just being like, I don't know what's going on. But with Bally, he takes it serious. He wants it. And I think that he can do it in a short amount of time.
Why the name Done Deal?
It's from California.
Right.
I grew up in Compton, and it came from fighting.
Right. So it was just like a done deal. Like when they approached
my little cousins used to call me Done Deal. I was always fighting and knocking people out.
Lord have mercy. So we're going to knock out this commercial real quick. We'll be right back after this commercial.
What up? This your man Rashad Richard, the realest man on radio, the realest man on TV, the realest man on print, and the realest man in the classroom. Welcome to Sucker Free.
This is conservative Republican Mitchell Shelby. I don't care if you ask me my opinion. You're going to get it anyway.
And that is what you do.
And that's what I do.
This is your girl, Nicole. I'll be sitting in with these two. And we're going to have great conversation on Tuesdays at 2:30 on Rolling Out. Sucker Free with Rashad Richey. Great conversation.
Don't become the sucker of the week.
Do not become the sucker of the week. Can't wait to talk to you on Tuesday. Be there.
Your spiritual leader and life and relationship coach. And I'm so excited because I have an awesome show that's just for you right here on Rolling Out Live. Yes, that's it, Rolling Out Live. Every Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You were going to get insight because when Dee speaks, you think. We're going to have real talk about life and relationships because we got real problems. We got some real issues. But guess what? When Dee speaks, you think you're going to come up with a real solution about your life and relationships. So I want you to join me. Don't forget, every Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rolling Out Live. And I have a special segment just for you. It's called Dear D. That means you can ask your questions. You can get insight about your life with specificity. So I want you to join me because it's going to be live. And follow me on Facebook at Dunamis D. And you can also hit me up or follow me on Instagram at D Speak.
You too. I apologize. It's a lot of stuff going on. Shout out to everybody that's helping on this set right now. But you're tuned back into the Padded Room or Rolling Out Live. It's your boy DJ Waffles on the check-in. And if you weren't tuned in, we're back here with my special guest today, Done Deal on the track.
What's good, everybody?
So listen, we closed out before you was telling us about your name and stuff like that. You know how you was getting into a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Speaking about trouble, I know that at one point in time you were accused of something that you didn't do.
Yeah.
Look like he's like, yeah, I know. They accused you of something that you didn't do. The law, or if y'all don't know, 12 came and got him. You know what I'm saying?
The FBI.
The FBI. See, this is big shit going down.
The FBI.
So the FBI came and got you on a warrant that really you didn't even deserve. So
I didn't have nothing to do with it.
How the heck does that even happen?
I guess I'm just blessed. You know, things happen to people.
Who could they even mistake you for, though?
You know what? When they showed me the picture of the guy I was supposed to be, I was like, he looks like he's 4'10", bro. And they were like, so?
Right.
That's you. I was like, all right. I just knew at the end of the day, I was like, I'm about to get paid.
So that is crazy. So they take you in for this. Like, how does that even affect you? Like, how did it affect you even mentally? I know at the end of the day you was thinking like, yeah, this is a come up because they playing with the wrong person. But how did that even affect you? Like dead smack in your career, what you're doing?
It affected everything. At the time, I was working on the Rich Gang project.
Wow, which was huge.
Yeah, I did 14 songs on there with me and my producers, and I went to Texas for an African award show called the Afram Awards.
Right.
I worked with this artist named David O.
Okay.
You know, I get a call in the middle of the award show, and my mom was like, "The FBI kicked down your door, and they want to know where you're at." And I was like,
"Right."
Everything just stopped. The whole trip stopped for me right there. I was
Right.
like, FBI.
Right.
I was just thinking of everything that was going on. I was like, I'm working with Birdman, you know.
Right. So you started thinking that you're affiliated with somebody.
Right. I just think
somebody give you a charge.
Right. I was like, and then I just heard about Wayne's tour bus getting shot up. I was like, no, they wouldn't connect me with anything like that.
Right.
And then I go to the airport because I was like, you know what? I can't even do it. I'm just gonna go.
Right.
When I get to the airport, the FBI was just waiting there for me.
So the FBI was already at the airport once you got off the plane?
No, they were waiting for me
to even board on the plane to get back to Atlanta?
Yeah, I was trying to get my boarding pass and it didn't work. And so I was waiting in line.
Right.
And I'm looking at my feet, I'm just kicking my bag. And then I see like 13 or 14 sets of feet around me. All white dudes wearing Hawaiian shirts and baseball jerseys and glasses. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was like,
right.
They were like, "Are you David?" And I was like, yeah. Don't resist. And they pulled their guns out on me, threw me on the ground. And before I knew it, I was in jail. I was in Dallas for 12 days.
Right.
So.
And then they found out that you wasn't him.
They found out I wasn't him the first 4 days.
But they still kept you in there for additional 8.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
And then you just turned around and just was like, all right, well, the smartest thing for me to do is to sue y'all.
Right. I got legal representation. I want to first thank T.I. because T.I. linked me up with this lawyer to help me get out of jail. So thank you, Tip. Thanks, Bird. Thank everybody that had something to do with me getting out. But at the same time, it just was like, it ended up really bad on my side because they raided the studio where Birdman and Thug and everybody was. They threw tear gas over the gate and, made me look really bad.
Right. Did that kind of ruin some stuff for you? Or until they found out that it wasn't you?
You know what? It really didn't. I feel like, for me, I got scared when I got back home.
Right.
And I thought everybody, I didn't know if I got set up, if somebody was like, this is the guy. Or,
right.
So I was scared for the first maybe year or two. So I just stayed inside. I didn't do music, I think, for that whole year.
Wow. Now you're at a point where you're doing more music. I see that you got a song with Rico Nasty, which is a female artist.
Yeah. What's up, Rico?
So shout out to Rico Nasty.
Rico.
How is it working with new artists compared to when you started, and like the new millennials that you're working with now?
There is no difference, to be honest with you. I feel like the difference between millennials and my generation are that everything's faster. You can do a song and then the next thing, the song is on the internet, and then the internet, you got 20 million views, and then you're out of here.
How do you pick artists? How do you pick artists to work with? if it wasn't no money involved, like how would you pick artists to actually work with?
Off of the vibe, the fun of making music. I feel like some people go into the studio to work, and some people go in there to catch a vibe, have fun. I feel like music takes at least 30-40 minutes of just talking shit and making your mind up about what it's gonna do, what we're gonna make it about, who's it gonna be about, what conversations. I feel like make better music.
All right, who you wanted to walk out the session on? Because we just was too cookie cutter right now. Who you wanted to walk out the session on? Like, this is not a session for me. I got to go. Be honest, like right now, this is what we need. This is what the people want to see. Who you wanted to walk out on the session like, this ain't what, he got candles lit, he got all this freaky stuff going on, I ain't with this, I got to go. This is not the session for me. Be honest.
You still my fan, but Jose Guapo, sitting there for 3-4 hours on one verse, I was just like everybody in there looking at each other crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love him. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta know when to kind of be like,
it's time to go.
Hey man, let's do something totally different.
Well, so have you ever been in a have you ever been in a session where an artist is actually recording and you like the verse is like garbage and like his homeboy is in there and they like, yo, bro, it's hard,
The older I get, the more honest I get. I think the reason why me and Thug got along so well is because at the time he was listening and I would tell him no.
Right.
Like on Stoner, he said some stuff that I said no to.
Right.
And when he was like, yeah, I erased it.
Right.
And he was like, what happened to it? I was like, I don't know, man. Computers messed up. You know what I'm saying? You got to find reasons for people to...
right.
You got to find a way to diffuse the situation without making them feel a certain type of way. Because every artist has an ego.
So what's the best session that you had? Like, you walked out, even if it's not a hit to this date, like the best session that you probably had with someone. And you was like, yeah, I really appreciated that one.
Like Future. Future's always fast. He knows exactly what he wants. Mm-hmm. You never have to coach him. You never have to.
Right.
Boom.
Okay. So from here on out, what is it that you want to do for the culture? Like now moving forward, because you have a laundry list of songs, you got a label, and all that stuff like that. So what's the impact that you want to leave on the culture as you going forward?
I really want people to understand that hip hop and trap and everything goes into the same hand, and that Atlanta is the best of all worlds for the culture. So for me, I feel like me starting my label here, me picking my artists from here, me starting my studio here is gonna change the face of Atlanta for a long time.
Do you got any producers that you look up to? Like when you first got in the game, you was like, I like the way he moves and shakes and stuff like that.
I mean, when I first got in the game, I've been doing music. I'm 32, so I've been doing music since 2006, 2007. And when I think about the producers I looked up to, they were all the Pharrells and the Timberlands, of course, Drumma Boy, and people who developed the sound that everybody else flowed into. So for me, that's what my mindset is. Like Dr. Dre's my favorite is Dr. Dre.
Did you ever freak out like when you got your first song was like played on the radio and you heard it like, holy shit, my song's on the radio? Did you get crazy? Like, tell me the experience that you like. Oh, my shit just played on the radio. Oh my god, it's crazy. And then you almost fainted, bumped your head on the wall.
My first song was actually this song with the Rich Kids called "I See You."
Okay.
And so this was 2009, 2010.
Okay.
And I remember it just being unrealistic. I was driving, and actually I'm arguing with my ex-girlfriend because she was like, "You ain't nobody, you ain't famous.
Now
you
look,
ain't never,
now look at you.
You ain't never gonna do this." She was asking me, "Who's a Future? What's a Young Thug? These people are never gonna make it." And then all of a sudden I hear the beginning of my song start, and I was like, and I just had a perfect reason to look at her like, "Shut the fuck up." So, you know, like, it feels really good. Maybe I would have enjoyed it better with somebody that believed in me at the time, but at the time it was more like a.
So who haven't you worked with that you really want to work with?
You know what?
Because not to cut you off, because look, you do got the RAF record.
Right.
Tell me who's on the RAF record, so that the world knows who's on this record.
All right. A$AP Rocky.
Right.
Quavo.
Right.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Right.
Frank Ocean.
See, like who goes and get Frank Ocean for a rap record? Like how does that even happen? Like, no shots at but he's really talented. Like, how do you even get Frank Ocean, A$AP, Uzi, Playboy?
Shouts out to Quavo, because I sent the record to Quavo. Quavo was like, "Man, I'm about to do something really big with this record, done." And I was like, "What?" I had been waiting for almost like 4 or 5 months. I'm like, "Bro, what's going on with it? Tell me." He was like, "It's about to come out." And I was like, "So who's on it?" He was like, "Look," and he sent me the track list. And I was like,
"How did you pull this off?"
Like, nah. I was like, "You playing, bro?" All of a sudden, it was out the next day, and I was like, "Whoa,
wow,
Frank Ocean rapping!" Like, I don't think he had.
That's my thing. When I heard Frank Ocean rapping on the song, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked.
So, also with these records that you're putting out, I know that you work close with Spins a lot too.
Yeah, shout out to Spins.
Does that kind of make it? Does it kind of make it easy if like you make it, he break it type of deal? Is it one of those type of things, or is it just?
It was at the time.
Okay.
I was with Hood Rich.
Okay.
And you know, when I was doing all the stuff, when I did Sheets Working in Hannah Montana and Stoner, that was all in like the same month.
Right.
And we were dropping mixtapes at the time, the HPG mixtapes.
Right.
And they had a platform. When you have a platform, you always win.
Definitely. We've understood that.
Yeah, platform is everything.
Right. All right. So before we get out of here, man, is there anything that you want to tell any of the young producers that's actually watching this show right now? What type of advice you want to give them?
Yeah, I got perfect advice. Consistency, consistency, consistency. If you do it every day, you're gonna get better. If you suck, keep working. Never stop. Always believe in yourself. Push and consistency.
But what if you suck every day though? Like you just like suck and you suck and you suck and you suck and you suck.
To be honest with you though,
can you get better at sucking?
Yeah.
Pause.
You pause for sure. But when I first started, I was terrible.
Right.
I didn't know what I was doing. I went out to New York. My brother was making beats. I was like, oh, okay, I could do this. It didn't work out for me for the first 2-3 months, and then I started to hear something. So, I mean, learn your craft.
Right.
Take piano classes. YouTube is a good teacher. You know, if you suck, there's ways to learn and get around sucking.
Alright, so tell everybody how they can follow. Tell everybody how they can follow you on social media before we get out.
Done Deal on the track with a TRAK. My Twitter, I am Done Deal, and Snapchat the same.
And before we close out, make sure y'all stay locked in next week at the same time, same place, rollingout.com. It's the Padded Room. You can follow me on Instagram at DJ_Waffles. Y'all can follow the show at the official Padded Room on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hey, wow.
Hey everyone, it is your favorite politician, Representative Erica Thomas, and I'm excited to tell you about the Erica Thomas Show, where we break down news and politics in layman terms where everybody can understand it. We start off the show with hip hop and politics, where we might interview your favorite celebrity and we break down hip hop and let you know that it's the same thing as politics, baby. And also coming up after that, we have kids and politics, where we bring on your favorite kid stars and they tell us all about how they feel about politics. And then right after that is the hit list, where we tell you about the fails of the week. Who failed this week in the news and who do we need to know about? It's all happening at 6 o'clock every single Tuesday. I said 6 o'clock every single Tuesday. So you better tune in. You better tune in. You better not miss it. I mean, you better not miss it. The Erica Thomas Show is on live.
Your favorite entertainment source has expanded. Rolling Out, the nation's best source for entertainment and lifestyle information, now has a lineup of web-based shows and podcasts on its newest platform, Rolling Out Live, every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all things related to the spirits industry with 100 Proof Radio Show, to cuisine with Le Kitchen, and inspiration and relationships with Dunamis Woman and Lipstick and Cognac. Rolling Out Live is your weekly digital destination. So tune in every Tuesday on rollingout.com and Rolling Out on Facebook. Don't miss it.
Your spiritual leader and life and relationship coach. And I'm so excited because I have an awesome show that's just for you right here on Rolling Out Live. Yes, that's it, Rolling Out Live, every Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You were going to get insight because when Dee speaks, you think. We're going to have real talk about life and relationships because we got real problems. We got some real issues. But guess what? When Dee speaks, you think you're going to come up with the real solution about your life and relationships. So I want you to join me. Don't forget, every Tuesday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rolling Out Live. And I have a special segment just for you. It's called Dear D. That means you can ask your questions. You can get insight about your life with specificity. So I want you to join me because it's going to be live. And follow me on Facebook at Dunamis D. And you can also hit me up or follow me on Instagram at D Speaks You Think. See you soon.
What up? This your man Rashad Richard, the realest man on radio, the realest man on TV, the realest man on print, and the realest man in the classroom. Welcome to Sucker Free.
This is conservative Republican Mitchell Shelby. I don't care if you ask me my opinion. You're going to get it anyway.
And that is what you do.
And that's what I do.
This is your girl, Nicole. I'll be sitting in with these two, and we're going to have great conversation on Tuesdays at 2:30 on Rolling Out, Sucker Free with Rashad Richie. Great conversation.
Don't become the sucker of the week.
Do not become the sucker of the week. Can't wait to talk to you on Tuesday. Be there.
You already know what it is. Your boy DJ Waffles on the checker. You're tuned into rollingout.com, the padded room. And I'm here with my special guest. He just slid in. Tell him who you are, man. Do you need an introduction?
You might well call me Young Snake. The way you introduced me, just slid in. And I was just, what up, man?
Man, good to see you, man.
You know who it is, your favorite cousin, Young Jock on the check-in. What up, Waffles?
Yo, listen, right? So before we even get it, I'm going to need y'all to tape this, make sure I get sound and all this stuff like that. Because I really think that I have something to do with Young Jock's radio career. Because I swear on everything I love. It was like one day I was on another platform, I interviewed Young Jock, and it was just like so superb. I remember the day he had on brown khakis, he had on blue sweater, he had on white shirt underneath, came in there all jazzed up. And it was just like 2 weeks later, he was on the radio after this marvelous interview that he had with me, and I was like, I gave him the sauce, he was very confident. now he's on big time radio, and I thought I had something to do with it, y'all. I'm just letting people know right now.
I mean,
put that in the title. Put that in the title on YouTube when we put this up. DJ Waffles helps young jock go into radio now.
Nah, that story sounds great, man. If you just give me the details, I go along with it. I'm with you, bro. We can do whatever.
No, listen, man. I be listening to you in the morning on the radio, man. How's radio treating you, man?
Radio's good for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's just another platform. My journey to being great. You know what I'm saying? Because we all want to be great. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when we think we're great, we just barely scratching the surface. It's not until we put in the real leg work and numerous hours and countless minutes behind the scenes, in front of the camera, in front of the mic, until people consider you great. So it's been good.
Was it like a hard transition when you actually, because y'all like big deal, like y'all in the morning, so was it like a hard transition to actually just jump in that, try to figure out your partner?
Was it? Man, Waffle, listen. Yo, so Steve Hagen would tell me, yo, John, I want you to start right away. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be replacing the Breakfast Club with you. I'm like,
right? Yeah, y'all came in.
So I'm like, Breakfast Club?
Yes.
I was the cat. I couldn't wait to get on the Breakfast Club. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. So in my mind, bro, I'm telling you what we gonna do. It ain't but 4 hours every morning. So I tell my partner, shout, I'm bring you on the show with the comedian, shout.
Right.
This all we gonna do. We gonna go party in the morning, bro. We gonna get through it.
Right.
Wrong. We go on the radio, like we straight out the club. We try to take shots of Patron in the morning, like we gonna have a party. Like, man, everybody wanna be lit in the morning. Nah, it was just it was just hard, man. It was a hard transition because me being an entertainer,
right?
The type that likes to go get money, be out in the streets to go get it. You know what I'm saying? You got late night parties, gigs, hostings, shows, and then you talking about you gotta be on air at 6 a.m. I mean, I gotta be working.
Mandatory.
It's real.
It's about mandatory.
Yeah, it's real. And you know, it's just like if I call your phone right now and you sleep, I can hear it. Waffle. You sleep? Nah. Yes, you is. I hear you. That's the same thing that people hear in the morning in their car.
Right.
Like, this might sound asleep.
Right.
So I got to be up. So it was hard. The first, I'm gonna keep it on. First 6 months.
Wow.
First 6 months, I was like, you know what, man? Hell this. Hell this.
So tell us your morning regimen now, like to actually get your day started, so that you're prepped when you have to be on the radio this early in the morning. Like, how do you even focus for that in the morning?
Well, the initial mindset that I had to really take on, like I say, about that six month range, I had to tell myself, if I'm gonna do this, then I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? So I had to cut out a lot in the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take dates here and there, trying to drive back and fly back. And who catching PJs just to get back for the morning show? If that morning show ain't paying you $1 million a year, like who can afford to spend that kind of money to come back from Memphis to be back in the morning by 6? I had to really tell myself that, I said, God, this is one of the opportunities for me to, really stabilize my life and my lifestyle. And I mean stabilize, meaning like it's not just an up and go chase the hosting gig or the this gig or that gig. It's more like, look, you sit down for your Fridays, your Saturdays. So that means you're gonna have a chance now to only accept the things that are gonna pay you the most money. Because through this week, if you really want this to work for you, this platform, you gotta invest the time and you gotta invest you really being serious about it. So my preparation is started getting to the point where, I need to be at the house by 10. I really need to be in bed by 9.
Right.
But I'm just too young to be going to bed at 9. Like, no. So I'm at the house at 9, like,
forcing yourself to go to sleep.
I'm trying to stay up. I'm really trying to stay up, but my body like, bro, come on. So then after a while, I kind of got into the flow, and it's been good, man.
So now you're doing that. Also, you're doing Love and Hip Hop also.
Right.
Like, how do you even that? Like, what is that for you? Because it's like you get on there and you just being your bag. Because I know you're outside of that and you just being your bag on that joint. How does that even like play a factor like in your life, and how does people look at you? How do you deal with people on a day-to-day basis? Because you got a crazy little part on that in that show. From at term after term after term after season, it's like they just find a place to put your crazy ass somewhere.
Because you know what, I'm a realist.
Right.
And I think if you enjoy so much anything, somebody can lay out a feast for you, right? Mm-hmm. It could be everything you could think you want to put in your mouth. Lobster tails, ooh, fried lobster tails, steak, Szechuan steak. It could be everything that you can think of, but you got to have something to wash it down with. Mm-hmm. So I'm like the water in the situation. They give you all this drama, and I'm that person to help you wash it down. You know what I'm saying?
So you like the mediator.
I fit right in because a lot of times some of the drama will give you so much anxiety that they need that out. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it happens to be a comedic out, that humor, that comedy. I bring that to the situation.
Do you want to do any acting outside of that?
I've been acting outside of that, yeah. Some movie roles. It's crazy. Nah, for real, some movie roles, man. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this right now, but
that's what you here for, to tell us the business. See, this, and don't go with the media training type of shit too. I don't really want to hear that too. Like, oh no, we got to keep it under wraps.
What we just talking about, me being on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Media training is out the door.
Exactly.
Boy. You
So
know what I'm saying?
What is it that you got going on?
I still have to be honest with myself, because one thing I used to watch artists do.
Right.
Get in front of a camera, get in front of a mic. Yeah, I got this coming up, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They build this whole visual of what they got coming up, and you sitting around waiting for it to come up, and then all that whole visual that they painted starts to deflate, and you be like, man, you was just lying.
But we ain't gonna let you spin me, though. You just want.
That's why I ain't finna spin you. But that's why I gotta be honest.
The people want to know.
Yeah, because I don't know if I can talk about, just know Young Jock. His own show on a very, very, very prominent platform. I just say that because I really can't get into it because I'm in the legal of it right now. I'm in negotiations with people. So then, even if I told you Jacques got his own show coming, I can't tell you what the show about. I couldn't tell you the name of the show. I can't. Definitely can't.
You can tell me. You can tell me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. These people,
I can't tell you because we stood at the beginning with the attorneys and the creators.
Who booked me?
I just want to know who booked me for this interview. I could go home.
Jock, listen, we need answers.
I do too. That's why I can't tell you, because they ain't gave me the damn answers yet. I'm over here calling like, so y'all got a name for it yet? You know when you start getting a certain tax bracket, you talk on the phone like this. Yes, hello. Pardon me, but any chance have you come up with a name, a concept? No? All right. Speak with my attorney, my esquire. Okay, like that's what it turned into. Like I can't. That's why I say I don't know if I should talk about it. Because I want to. Just trust me, bro. I want to be like, hey, I just want to go grab the camera and be like, listen, this date is coming. It'll be about this.
So tell us about the business ventures, because you've always been in real estate. You've always been getting to $1, stuff like that. What type of businesses are you doing right now?
Well, as you know, in the last season of Love and Hip Hop, I definitely revealed the fact that I opened a salon.
That's dope.
But it's kind of crazy because I'm sitting back like, man, every season somebody's trying to drop a new single and stuff, and it's like, okay. And I mean, I could drop singles and I might make some money off of them. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't push them, whatever. But I started sitting back looking at the women of Atlanta. I'm like, Rashida, you done got a store, you done got a store.
Clean,
clean up. Okay. And I walk in and I see the money. I'm like, well, damn. Okay. So you just gonna open up a restaurant?
Right. Yeah.
You gonna call it what the hell you want to call it? You old lady game. I'm surprised they didn't shut her down. You can't use the word game. Let me try to open up something called game.
Yeah, they probably shut you down.
You know what I'm saying? It's called Old Lady Gang. They let her get away with it. But she is booming out the ass over there. So I said, you know what? People come to Atlanta for experiences and they want to visit places. They don't come in the city and be like, yo. They don't come in and say, yo, I got to download brand new single. I'm in his city. No, they be like, yo, I want to go buy your barbershop. I want to go buy your salon. I want to go buy your new clothing store. You know? And that's what made me start, you know what I'm saying? You know,
You're still doing the real estate too, though, right?
I definitely am. Instead of calling it real estate, real Airbnb.
Yeah, because I just got kicked out 2 days ago, so I'll probably come over there try to get a spot.
I got you. I get discount. I put you on the friends and family rank.
So let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
It's real easy, man. Jock Live. That's it. on
all social media platforms, follow him at JOCLIVE. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at DJ_Waffles on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all tune in next Tuesday at the same time, same place on RollingOut.com. It's the Pattern Room, and your boy DJ Waffles on the checkout. Hey, bow.